Okay, so I want to start off talking about this movie by saying, Ready!
Yeah.
And you guys will know what I mean when you watch it.
So, today, we're going to be reviewing The Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad.
The sequel to the 2016 Suicide Squad.
You know, I'd heard some people speculate that it wasn't really a sequel, but because it was like...
A reboot?
But the thing is, they had Boomerang in there. And he was a direct nod to the original.
And Harley Quinn mentioned that.
And yeah, because so they knew each other.
As a friend of the guy. Yeah.
Right.
But anyways, so today we're going to be reviewing this film. Do we think it's better or worse than the first one? Well, that's why you're here. So, plot-wise, basically they're on a mission to save the world. Well, first it's a kind of not really clear of the specific secret that they have to go in and destroy this sort of place. Then once it progresses, then they find out it's a bigger threat than they could have possibly imagined. So we've got new characters alongside Harley Quinn and whatever that other guy's name was that was in the first Suicide Squad.
Are you talking about Joel Kinnaman's... What was his name? Flag? Or
maybe.
What was his name? Shoot. Fisk or something?
I
can't remember now.
I'll put a picture up. Yeah, that guy. And then Boomerang. He appears again. And these new cast of characters that join in, which are also... They're pretty interesting in their own way.
I just want to get this right out there from the beginning. I really enjoyed this movie. It was a lot better than the first one, because I think the first one suffered from
some editing
issues. I think a lot of stuff was cut out that really shouldn't have been cut out. There's been a move called Release the Air cut on Twitter. It's been trending on Twitter. Mm-hmm. I would love to see what the original vision for the first Suicide Squad was, because while I didn't completely hate it, I felt like it was lacking.
Something was missing, yeah.
Yeah, and with this one, honestly, it felt like a full, complete package to me.
Yeah, so I will say, film quality-wise, no editing issues compared to the first one.
Oh, for goodness sakes, yeah. It was
quality-wise,
very well done.
I thought everything looked really, pretty well done. Digital effects, too, actually blended pretty well.
Pretty well.
No issues, I don't think, with that, except for, I don't know. I mean, even the final boss that they blended in fine. I didn't really see any issues with that. Yeah, I mean, editing was fine. Film looked fine. It's James Gunn. He's gonna get the job.
You can tell. I mean, he's just got this. Okay. I also was thinking when I was watching. What I was gonna say about him is, he's got a good. Oh my goodness, excuse me. He's got a good hand on this. Like he's got a good touch. His style, his quality. Something else I liked about this film is that it didn't always go in a direction that you thought it was going to go. Some things were predictable, like some things happened, and I was I knew that was going to happen.
But then there was some other things, too.
There was some stuff that you weren't expecting. There are some twists that happened that I thought were well written. I also like the fact that the characters, they really didn't feel one-dimensional.
Yeah,
that was quite complex and interesting.
That was the thing, yeah, so... You had a bunch of these characters, and I'm kind of thinking, well, for an action movie like this, I feel like, are they going to flesh them out well? Are they going to be able to have time to flesh these characters out? Because, the length of a movie, I mean, yeah, you could go 3 hours, but that's pushing it. And, yeah, I actually think he did a good job with the characters in this one. I mean, yeah, you had some characters at the beginning, but then you focus mostly on these characters throughout the rest of the film.
Yes, and there are some deaths that occur that you don't necessarily expect.
Yeah.
Some people that didn't last nearly as long as I thought they were going to last. And when this thing happened, something else that was occurring to me when I was watching it was that it kind of reminded me a bit of Guy Ritchie's style, where he had this back and forth, and also really humorous ways that he would introduce titles.
Oh yeah,
that was really cute. I mean, cute. I mean, it was funny. It was really funny, and it was creative, and it was also very humorous. Just the title introductions were humorous. The whole thing was quite humorous, but also there were some very deep and serious moments in it that kind of made it all of a sudden go like, oh wow, that's
near the end,
intense. The stuff that happened. It
with
was
the
more the stuff that
in
happened.
A building.
Near the end, I wasn't really expecting that, but at the same time, it made sense that this particular thing happened.
You can't go too comedic for
is.
too long. Yeah. Who would you say is the really true villain? The one getting them to do the job, or
that's the thing?
Because she. I mean, we've kind of.
Okay.
You've seen the Suicide.
You talking about the character Viola Davis plays, the lady
girl,
who's in charge of her.
So here's the thing: if you've watched the first Suicide Squad, you get her character.
She is.
On the other hand,
she means business. This woman,
but she's
vicious.
She will do the worst of the worst to get the job.
Now, something interesting I heard about her after the first movie came out. I believe it was one of my brothers that told me that she's actually not. Unless I'm getting it flipped around, but I thought that he indicated to me that her screen version was more brutal and harsh than her actual character in the comics.
Oh, really?
This woman is vicious.
Very vicious.
Yeah, and so that became even more clear in this movie, if it wasn't really clear in the first
Except
one.
It showed even a worse side of her, like what she could really do.
For sure, yeah, she was... You don't want her to be your enemy. That's for sure. Also, something else I wanted to mention is that Harley Quinn is not nearly as annoying in this particular movie as she... see, the thing about Harley Quinn...
I didn't mind her in the first one.
Well,
this one, I think they handled her well.
I thought she was done very well, but the thing about Harley Quinn is, and it's not a Margot Robbie thing, that's the actress that plays her, it's just a Harley Quinn character. I don't care for her character. I have not really cared for her character since way back when she was introduced in the cartoon. So when she shows up on the live screen, and Margot Robbie was a decent representation of her, but I really felt like in the first one she was going way, like I felt like she was pushing really hard to be as Harley Quinn-esque as possible. And in this one, she still retained that flavor of Harley Quinn, but at the same time it was dialed back a bit so that it wasn't... It just didn't feel as over the top as it came across in the first one. Now, I never saw Birds of Prey, but she seemed like she was like that in Birds of Prey as well.
And even the girl that can control the rats, you get a bit of...
I liked her.
I did like her. She was my favorite.
I know.
And
the ratties, they were so cute. And there were lots of ratties.
And the thing with her character, you get another depth of her, her life from before everything that happened with her dad and her living as a poor person, but she basically befriends rats.
I liked what he said. His character said about rats. Her dad's character said about rats at the end.
Yeah,
he said that they're like the lowest. They're like the most despised creature, but they have a purpose. And I was like, oh, I want to hold my ratties.
Yeah. But yeah, I liked her character. She just, I don't know, she seemed very innocent. A very innocent character.
She was actually, of all the characers,
so here's the thing.
She was the most pure.
Yeah, like almost all these characters. Well, the shirt guy, I mean, he's just... What else is there really to say?
Okay.
He's not really bad.
I liked him more than I expected I would like him.
He's not really bad. He's just an idiot.
Well, you liked it. He was dumb. I'm not sure what he was in jail for. I can't remember what they said he was in jail for, if they even mentioned it. But
so the rat girl's pure. The shark is an idiot. Harley Quinn, she does bad stuff. What's the guy's name? The black guy's name?
Bloodsport?
Bloodsport, yeah. He's done some shit.
Yeah.
But he's also pretty.
I really like
good.
his character.
Yeah,
Deep down, he's not pure evil.
He's not pure evil,
Yeah.
but he has done bad shit.
Yeah.
And then the other
Yes.
guy that's very, like, Americana.
Oh my gosh, what was his name? Oh shoot. What was his character's name?
I don't even remember.
The guy played by John Cena. Here's the funny thing about this movie.
He was... They were
all good. That's the thing.
He's very, like, focused.
He's
on
like,
what
I love peace. If I don't care how many women
should I need to get it to get it.
It's like, boy, this dude, he's brutal.
He's probably as brutal as the black girl controlling everything, but except in his own way.
He's definitely, she's the one calling the shots, and he's the one following orders, and he doesn't, and he definitely is in agreement with the orders, so he will do whatever.
And then obviously the guy from the first Suicide Squad.
Boomerang?
Not Boomerang, the other guy.
Oh, Joel Kinnaman.
Yeah, him.
Dang it, I can't believe we forgot his name.
And then the guy with the polka dots. I mean...
You know what? Surprisingly, I really liked his character. I actually liked all of the characters.
Yeah, they did. They were just well fleshed out.
I didn't expect to like his character as much as I did.
Yeah, I was thinking he was just going to be kind of like that side character, but no, he
was well utilized, especially at the end.
Oh man, the end.
Oh my gosh. We're trying not to give away too much because
I mean, there's some villains here and there. You're going to see these villains, and then the final boss that they fight. My only complaint with the final boss is that I think it should have been a little more, let's just say, more vicious.
Yeah.
Too colorful. I'll just say too colorful.
Well, I think the audience probably knows because if they've seen the trailers, it shows the big starfish. The thing about, I was thinking the exact same thing.
It looks a little too cartoony. I mean, yeah, you can get it's a parasite from space because, let's be real, like Marvel Universe, how weird the universe is with this, with aliens and all that. DC has its weird moments with aliens and this, and this was one of them, but it just felt...
Steppenwolf and Darkseid came across as more ominous foes. This starfish thing, it was dangerous, but the thing is, I couldn't help but continuing to think in my mind as I was watching the creature, I was like, this seems just a little bit, I don't know, cartoony.
Cartoony, that's what...
And then I also was thinking, he's way too colorful and pretty to feel like a real threat.
Well, maybe there's...
Because he was so colorful. He had all these nice, bright pastel colors.
Isn't there a saying, something that looks beautiful could be your enemy?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's true, but it was just... If I had any complaints about the film, it would be the big bad that they had to fight at the end, but at the same time, I felt like it was handled pretty well.
Yeah, like it wasn't overly, too crazy.
Yeah.
Just,
I like how they went back and forth showing what was going on with each of the people, and because they were off doing their own thing a lot of times, and it would show something and then it would backtrack, like how Guy Ritchie does. Backtrack and show these other people what they were doing, and then how they would come together at a particular point, and then you would see how the rest of the scene would proceed.
Some of the music was pretty good, I would say, but it's mostly just the whole plot I was focusing on. The music is just kind of like in the far back of my brain. More into the
Some of the songs they chose for certain scenes I thought were pretty funny.
One of the songs from Wrath of Man was in here.
Oh, the Johnny Cash song.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a whole, I thought it was a great experience because it's actually really good.
Yeah, the enjoyment of it is, I would go watch it. You will have a blast watching this movie because, to be honest, I enjoyed it from beginning to end. It was hilarious. It was funny. The characters were well developed. A lot of good action scenes. Pretty brutal, and this is actually rated R.
For sure, it's not for young kids. There is a lot of... I don't remember what the first one was rated.
PG-13.
Okay, this one is not PG-13, and they let you know it pretty early on. Yeah, it's pretty violent. Some of the violence is cartoony, honestly.
Yeah, some of it.
But some of the violence is also kind of hard-hitting, like certain things that happen towards the end with a particular character. And and yes, there is there's one quick little scene right after the ending screen that says the Suicide Squad, but then at the very end of the credits, there's another scene. There's a post-credit scene that sets up stuff for things that will probably happen later on.
Yeah, so from beginning to end, it's like just pretty funny.
Oh yeah, something also. I was thinking not just with the characters, as far as no character being completely, except for the rat girl,
safe.
No character being completely good.
Oh, good.
Because like there really isn't any black and white type of character in here. Like this person's all good. This person's
like
okay. Maybe one of the general guy. He was pretty bad. He was kind of He was kind of a cardboard type of character.
So here's the
But a lot of
thing.
the main characters weren't like that.
Like,
and the countries as well. Besides the rat girl, no one was really purely good. Everybody has these, even the countries have these shades of gray to them. And I think I mentioned also that there were some characters that were more cardboard cutout. Stereotypical bad guy, the general guy. He's a Mexican actor. I can't remember his name, but I've seen him in so many things.
What about the president?
He seemed to me like he had a little bit more depth to him than the
general
guy. That the writing was good, the pacing was good. I didn't feel like it was too long or too short. I didn't really feel like things were crammed together, and the cinematography was good. The music was good in certain scenes. The character interactions were good.
I really enjoyed this film. I really liked it. I think it is better than the first movie.
For sure.
It's the characters are well developed. The pacing is good. The action's fun. Very comedic moments, and everything just felt, all balanced.
Things just fit together really well in here. I had mentioned that it was one of the better DC movies. I ranked it about 4th in my list of favorites, behind the Snyder Cut, Wonder Woman, Batman vs. Superman. I just feel like it's top quality. It's James Gunn.
Yeah, I mean,
Guardians of the Galaxy. Right? What's his brother's name is Sean? What's his brother's name? The director's James, and his brother. I get them mixed up, but anyway, whatever. The director who directed Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's
just more brutal.
It's
than
top
Guardians
quality.
Of the Galaxy. Yeah,
yes, definitely.
The quality, really looked nice.
If you like comic book movies, I think you will enjoy this. If you're a DC fan, you'll probably enjoy it. And sometimes DC fans can be really picky about the way characters are
technically,
handled.
I enjoyed the movie. I liked it. I think you will have a blast watching this. What would you say? Enjoyed it or really liked it?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I loved it. I thought it was quite fun. I loved the humor. I loved the action. I loved the dialogue, the character interaction. I loved the writing. I was pleased with everything except for what we already talked about with the big starfish thing. Yeah. But that really was... That big baddie at the end wasn't really what the whole story was really about. It was about all these characters and their interactions and all the stuff that was going on. And so the starfish wasn't enough to really mess it up for me.
I don't think it messed it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. What else
we
is
give
there
it thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up. For sure. Yeah, you could check my mom where...
Ratty's gonna say goodbye. Adios.
Yeah, you could check my mom at Cin's Corner where she laughs, she cries, she does a little bit of both. She also has, she has the rats on her shoulders.
Really appreciated that line about rats. I was just like, aww.
You guys aren't devilish.
Poor little ratties.
Let's push them out of here! Run them out of here! Ha ha ha! I can't believe you sometimes, Turo. I thought you were better than this. I don't care if this was at the spur of the moment. Yay, yay! That's a lot of pressure, amigos! Woo! I saw this little guy right there. I just had to take him because he's so cute. I will never There's a puppy dog again.